Hi everyone, it's Kasia from Tarot Map. I would like to share with you a new deck that I received from a tarot swap, and it's called Tarot Masonique. So the Masonic Tarot in English. This is a deck that I think it's out of print, unfortunately. It's by Beauchard. And this little white book comes in French, English, and German. The little booklet, it's quite, it's not big because this is 3 languages, but the English section, it's about this much. So it's still quite substantial, but it's mostly about the major arcanas. And because it's a geometric tarot, so this is the back, so each of the sections of the deck, of the back and of the front, it's based on geometry, and in the little white book it shows you what figure it's based on. So for example, the Empress, it's based on triangular kind of section. So here is the card, and this is like an explanation of what's going on in the card. So it's based on triangle, and so on and so forth. So it's very interesting. And to be honest, if you go to Sacred Seeds, Michelle has done like amazing review about this deck. She showed all the cards and all of this, so I'm not going to repeat myself. I just wanted to share this deck. So if you haven't seen her review, I just wanted to give you a heads on. I will link her video below so you can go and check it out, because it's brilliant. I was just sitting there like salivating, and she's done a great job of explaining how the back is based on rectangular shape, and then there is 3 circles. The camera, it's so weird. So it's based on 3 circles, if you can see 3 circles, and then there is a smaller rectangular shape, and it all has a meaning. And it has the sacred geometry, which is this deck is based on, has a meaning in every and each card. This is a peep deck. It's kind of Marseille based, but I will just show you a few cards. The cards, by the way, are huge. So the regular tarot size, I don't know if I have regular, but this is Osho Zen, which is a little bit smaller than regular, but nevertheless, even if the regular would be up to here, so it's still quite a long deck, and it's beautiful. And the person who swapped with me has edged it in gold, which looks lovely. And the colors in this deck are amazing. So this is, you always get the number at the bottom and the swords. So here's one of the major arcanas, and it's full of esoteric. This is a Masonic deck, so it's full of Masonic and esoteric info imputed into the cards. So you've got all your elements here, you've got the world, you've got all these rainbow colors, Taurus and Leo. I have to read up on it, but if you, again, if you go and see Michelle's review, it's brilliant. So this is the word cards. The court cards look pretty traditional, actually, not too much variation. This is Ace of Cups. It shows the receptivity of the element of cups. I have been reading an amazing book on elemental dignities and on elemental associations in tarot, and it's based on the traditional, the Pythagorean and even earlier traditional associations. And it's totally different. I think the cups is air, baton, so wands is earth, swords is fire, and what else do we have? And coins is water. So it's a totally opposition, because coins are water. I remember because sea was like about handle, and it was about exchanging goods, and it was about money, because all the travels and how the products were sold was done by sea, because there was no planes, obviously. So it's very, very interesting. But you know, it kind of, I was reading it and it suits. It goes actually, in the beginning it's weird, like this is air, no, but there is sense in it because it's connected to temperaments, it's connected to powers. It's fascinating. So I've been reading it and I will be actually trying it out in my readings to see which system works better for me, because the traditional one, when I was reading up on it, it was like you can answer any question, like with Lenormand, you know, the more specific the question, the better you can answer with tarot. And I found it quite fascinating. So the colors in the Tarot Masonic are beautiful. There's this gold kind of, it's not very shiny gold, but it is a little bit metallic, so it looks beautiful. So these are the minors, and this is Wheel of Fortune. I love it. So there's like this game chess, it's Tree of Life with Kether and Bina and Chokma and all of these Sephiras and two snakes, a couple kind of dancing. There's this motion of spiral going on, so it's very cool, evocative. So the coins and the cups, I'm just going to skip the, so this is the King of Swords, cups, swords, the Knight of coins. I love the Six of coins, the balance of sun and moon. So as you see, it's a little bit differently positioned than in traditional Tarot de Marseille, but it's very kind of similar too. That she's gorgeous. And can you see how this gold, metallic gold, kind of shines? So the majors are stunning in this deck. So this is Strength. I love her chakra points here. There's the Devil. King. I'm just going to like show it like this. So this is the Tower. And you can see how much of this esoteric kind of Masonic info it's imbued in these cards. You've got the dogs, you've got the Cancer, kind of two Cancers going up and down like 69. That is letters, Kabbalistic letter, and how beautiful. The moon. That's the Hangman hanging on a sword here, but also has the moon and the sun, the Emperor sitting in an egg. So it's, as you can see, there's this geometric shapes in each and every one of the major arcanas, but also in the minors as well. Oh, my favorite Judgment card. Check this out. So cool for chakra reading, but also though there's this chakra ladder, and you can either, you know, get up on it. You have the angel blowing the trumpet. You've got like Ouroboros going on. The color of red, and it's gorgeous. So these are the chords. And she's quite cool. The Queen of Wands. So this is the High Priestess. And the Hermit. Lovers. You can see the Solar and Luna and Unity, and the Star of David, triangle going up and down. The Chariot is quite interesting. Oh, Magician is brilliant. So you've got all the elemental powers. He's like, he doesn't have a face yet because it's just still this pure energy that can take any form. But all the elements are here. It's the Ace. The colors are really amazing, and it's nice to hold this deck. The cardstock is quite good, bendy but quite thick and not glossy, which is lovely. So that's Death. I love this like Christ connotation, sacrifice. Oh, this Ace of Wands, check it out, all the chakras. Gorgeous. So we have, oh, look at the star, the colors, the planets, transformational power, the lightness. Love it. Amazing. So each of the majors has like a little poem in the book, and it's got some information on it, which is quite like esoteric as well, but it's interesting. But if you really want to find out about it, then you have to investigate more, because it's like Masonic kind of encoded info. I love this star, sun card. It's Om, and that's Temperance, also gorgeous. Hierophant, the Pope, it's Jupiter. The Fool is brilliant. It's the you know, the perfect proportion, and he's like coming out of a spiral. Queen of Swords. I love that she's bare-chested, like, you know, the pure and truthful. Truth beyond all. And we have one last major, and that's the Empress. So awesome deck, all in one. I'm really pleased with it. It can shuffle, like I shuffle it overhand because it's this long deck, so it's very, like I cannot reach it this way. So it has to be shuffled overhand, like lengthwise. But it's fine, it shuffles really well. And then when we put a few cards and see how they sit together, I really love it. I think it's great. So of course there is a lot of esoteric information, but you can still get away with just what you know about majors and the archetypes of the majors. But obviously you will get much more when you dig in a little bit and discover what Jean Beauchard wanted to put forth with this esoteric and Masonic deck. So tarot, the Masonic tarot, Masonic tarot, or tarot Masonic, very beautiful. Thank you for the swap. If you watch this, you know who you are, and I speak to you soon. It's so hot here, but it's getting better. Okay, speak to you soon. Bye.